the Republic Media Network headquarters. It's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome. Rahul Gandhi's decision as leader of the opposition to openly boycott the swearing-in ceremony of the new Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, is the number one talking point tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as leader of the opposition, you have to attend these events, if nothing else but to show your respect for the institution of the Supreme Court and the office of the Chief Justice of India. Rahul Gandhi has chosen to boycott this event because he is pro-emergency, because he holds a personal grudge with not just Justice Sanjeev Khanna, but with the entire family of Justice Khanna, and that is because Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna's uncle, Hansraj Khanna, is the individual who had opposed Indira Gandhi during the emergency. If you remember, our present Chief Justice's uncle, Hansraj Khanna, was in the Supreme Court and he gave the dissenting verdict on the issue of the emergency, and therefore he argued for upholding civil liberties. He took a diametrically opposite position to that of Indira Gandhi, and Indira Gandhi was so vengeful. She hated the fact that Justice Sanjeev Khanna's uncle Hansraj Khanna questioned her, that she denied him the post of Chief Justice of India despite his being the senior most judge. So she broke the convention to take on Justice Hansraj Khanna and deny him the position of Chief Justice of India, thereby ending his judicial career much lower than what he was destined to be. That's how vengeful Indira Gandhi was. Now, Rahul Gandhi hates the fact that the person who took on Indira Gandhi, his nephew, has through merit and hard work, after almost, I would say, 40 or almost 40 years as an advocate, become the Chief Justice of India after almost 20 years of a judicial career. But I cannot believe that the person who holds the office of leader of opposition can be so petty-minded, can be so narrow-minded, that he goes so far as to say that I don't agree with the fact that this gentleman has become Chief Justice of India because he had opposed my grandmother, and since I am pro-emergency, I will not even attend the swearing-in. Ladies and gentlemen, this exposes completely all these false claims of being pro-civil liberties and all that. I always knew it's rubbish, but by doing so, Rahul Gandhi has also indicated that he's going to take on the Chief Justice of India, and the new Chief Justice of India will be the target of all the left liberals, like Justice Chandrachud was. Ironically, Justice Chandrachud, when he became Chief Justice, was first seen to be the hope of the left liberals, but after the Ayodhya verdict, after a few verdicts, he became the target of the entire left liberal lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, all said and done, it's disgraceful that Rahul Gandhi, as leader of the opposition, has boycotted the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Justice of India. And I can assure you, this is not going to go unnoticed. That's debate one tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on debate one, I'm also joined by S. Gurumurthy on whether Rahul Gandhi should have done that. And I have a debate on that at 8:30 p.m. tonight, viewers. There is a growing cry for the Sanatan board, and at 9 o'clock tonight, the debate in Maharashtra, as the elections approach, becomes increasingly communal. The Congress wants to unite Muslims and the BJP wants to unite Hindus. That's what it's come down to. Ladies and gentlemen, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight. Rahul Gandhi boycotts the oath-taking ceremony the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Justice of India, openly showing his differences with the new Chief Justice, whose uncle had opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency. Amidst the nationwide emergency over the Waqf arbitrarily grabbing the lands of farmers and people across the country, the chorus has become much louder for a Sanatan board. Just 9 days to go for the elections in Maharashtra, vote jihad has become the #1 political issue. Devendra Fadnavis claims vote jihad has begun in poll-bound Maharashtra. Reports claim and then have been denied by the Russians that US President-elect Donald Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin, advising him not to escalate the ongoing Ukraine war. And Asia's largest news center, the Republic Media headquarters, India's largest news complex, is hosting India's most high-profile business economy event tomorrow. The Honorable Chief Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman, will be the keynote speaker and the chief guest. And ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the biggest talking point is Rahul Gandhi's decision to boycott the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice of India. This is being linked to the fact that the Honorable Chief Justice of India's uncle, Justice Hansraj Khanna, had opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency, and Rahul Gandhi, of course, continues to bear that grudge against the Khanna family, a family of legal luminaries. Let's debate.
इसको हम कभी छूने नहीं देंगे, खत्म करने की बात छोड़ो, छूने नहीं देंगे। हम इसको कभी खत्म नहीं होने देंगे।
Looks like the so-called vocal proponent of the Safe Constitution Brigade has himself relinquished his constitutional duties. First, Rahul Gandhi and his indie partners were seen protesting with copies of Constitution in hand, treating the Constitution as a mere prop. Then Rahul allegedly distributed blank copies of the Indian Constitution at an event in Nagpur. And in the latest, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi skipped the swearing-in ceremony of India's new Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna. While at the same time, there were visuals of Rahul Gandhi joining the bi-poll campaign in Wayanad. This absence has sparked widespread speculation, with some linking it to Gandhi's grievance involving Justice Khanna's uncle, Justice H.R. Khanna. Justice H.R. Khanna was an iconic figure known for his dissent during the emergency. He had famously opposed then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's government, which also led to repercussions on his judicial career. Rahul, who claims to be the savior of our constitution, was nowhere to be seen. The BJP has come down heavily on the leader of opposition.
He must have been busy playing video games or playing with his dog or whatever else he thinks is important. I don't consider his absence a surprise or a shock. It is certainly, as a leader of opposition, something that you don't expect. But then he's Rahul Gandhi. He thinks he's an entitled dynast.
That there is complete silence that why he was not available, because he certainly is not indisposed. It doesn't seem to be any personal reason. So if he's preferred not to be there, there must be a cogent explanation. It would have come out. That explanation hasn't come.
As this starts a fresh episode of political to and fro, the larger question: when will the so-called Safe Constitution Brigade start respecting the sacred text?
Thinker, editor, author and ideologue, Swaminathan Iyer. Good evening, sir. Swaminathan Gurumurthy. I'm so sorry, Mr. Gurumurthy. Good evening, sir.
I'm also Iyer.
I couldn't have named a polar opposite more than that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, please forgive me that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, do you think Rahul Gandhi has skipped the oath-taking ceremony because he holds a grudge against Chief Justice H.R. Khanna, who was the lone dissenting voice in the ADM Jabalpur case, questioning Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency?
See, unless one goes back to what happened at that time, what Justice Khanna dissented, if that is known, then the refusal or the omission of Rahul Gandhi to attend the swearing in of Sanjeev Khanna, which will be a much graver issue. You know, I still remember it was the 15th of December 1975. The question was whether during the emergency there is any right to life, whether any person had the right to life. All other liberties apart, that is right to freedom of expression, right to property, all these things are apart. Whether somebody had the right to life was the issue which Justice H.R. Khanna raised on the 15th of December 1975, if I remember right.
Yeah.
All other judges had virtually surrendered to the emergency. Justice H.R. Khanna raised this issue. Whether the right to life is also suspended during the emergency. All other rights okay. Right to life is a natural right. Is that also suspended? Then Narendra, he stood up and made the most infamous and shameless statement before the Supreme Court on the instructions of the Prime Minister. It may shock your conscience, my lords. If a sub-inspector takes a pistol and shoots down somebody, your lordships have no remedy to offer to him or to his family. Because the eminent domain has taken away all the rights from the people, and that includes the right to life. You know, this question was such an important question to be put, and the answer was secured that during the emergency there was no right to life. You know, this was not on the basis of any oral communication. It was the Constitution amendment passed by Indira Gandhi, and the Constitution amendment was intended to impose one-party rule. And when Rahul was holding the Constitution, was he holding the Constitution which Indira Gandhi passed at that time, which was rejected by H.R. Khanna, or the Constitution as it is today, after the Janata Party came and repealed the amendments made by Indira Gandhi? This question must be answered by
No, but
Rahul.
Mr. Gurumurthy, I bring you to the issue that, as you have rightly said, and for our viewers who may not be cognizant of that aspect of political history, the person on air tonight, Mr. Gurumurthy, is one of the greatest warriors against the emergency. He's a man who did not worry about being persecuted, a man who was sent to jail and came out stronger, and a journalist par excellence. And viewers, we are lucky that he's explaining the context of today's event. Now, the context is this. There is a politician called Rahul Gandhi who presently holds the position of leader of the opposition. He is surprisingly missing and has chosen to boycott the swearing-in ceremony of Sanjeev Khanna. Sanjeev Khanna is the nephew of Justice Hansraj Khanna, who dissented against the emergency. And what did he say? He said, I cannot accept a situation where a person's personal liberty can be suspended. Rahul Gandhi still holds a grudge against Justice Sanjeev Khanna's uncle, and hence against Sanjeev Khanna. And his way of showing that he's still angry is by boycotting the swearing-in ceremony. Now, this is ironical, Mr. Gurumurthy, because Rahul Gandhi goes around saying he believes in institutions, that the BJP has destroyed institutions. But clearly, he says one thing but believes something else in heart.
That's what I'm coming to. The constitution, which was amended by Indira Gandhi to remove all the liberties and to create one-party rule, was the constitution to which H.R. Khanna dissented. And actually, his dissent made India awake to the horrors of emergency. We all underwent at that time. What emergency means, the current generation doesn't even know. So H.R. Khanna emerged as the person who represented the original Constitution of India. So by not attending the swearing in of his nephew, Rahul Gandhi has not just shown small-mindedness, but he has actually opposed the stand of H.R. Khanna.
Yes.
Standing by the original Constitution of India. It is the amended Constitution of India which Mrs. Gandhi brought about to remove all the liberties. Is that the Constitution Rahul Gandhi is holding as the Constitution of India? Today's Constitution is not the Constitution of the Gandhi family. The Gandhi family's Constitution was that which was passed in 1975 and which was repealed by the Janata Party. And the present constitution which he is holding is the Janata Party constitution. It's shameful for Rahul Gandhi to claim the right to the constitution which he is holding in his hands and not attend the swearing in ceremony of the Khanna family member. H.R. Khanna stood for that very constitution. So it's not one of those, petty-mindedness. Does he want that constitution which Indira Gandhi passed or the constitution that he is there today? If that is the constitution which he wanted, Mrs. Gandhi's constitution, then he must hold that constitution with 42nd Amendment.
Well, what he's shown today, Mr. Gurumurthy, is that it's family over constitution. I thank you so much, Mr. Gurumurthy, for putting this aspect in perspective for all our viewers tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the big story of the day, Rahul Gandhi boycotting the swearing-in ceremony, the oath-taking ceremony of Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna. Thank you, Mr. Gurumurthy. Very grateful for that. Very grateful for that. I'm opening the debate tonight. Mr. Sabharwal, there is a limit to which a person can be narrow-minded, small-minded. But to say that I will boycott the oath-taking ceremony because his uncle opposed my grandmother's imposition of the emergency. For there can be no other reason. Can there be any other reason, Hitesh Jain? Can there be any other reason? I see no other reason. He's happy in Wayanad, walking around, having a good time. Hitesh, can there be any other reason?
Arnab, there cannot be any other reason. Rahul Gandhi's absence and the Congress legacy, actually it serves as a reminder of the judiciary's past struggle under the political duress. His absence clearly shows his disdain towards the judiciary. He puts his family above the constitution. For them, it is the Gandhi family constitution that is what matters. The Constitution of India was shredded by them, as Mr. Gurumurthy explained. Suspension of Article 21, right to life and liberty. This is the soul and the core of the Constitution. And here is the party who suspends such important fundamental right, and then they go across the whole country claiming that the Constitution is going to be amended. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who is absent today and clearly shows his disdain. And actually, by remaining absent, he justifies that they rightfully suspended Article 21.
It's very sad. Very sad. You should not be petty-minded. You see, Ramesh Sabharwal, you should not be narrow-minded. You should not hold a grudge. You should not be a bitter kind of person, right? And in fact, he should say, I will attend, because his uncle, H.R. Khanna, was the only person who dissented against my grandmother's dictatorial attitude. You understand, Ms. Sabharwal? You understand, Ms. Sabharwal? Now, viewers, I want your take on this. And Shyam Prasad Meka is there. He's listening on. People are shocked. Here's a man. How did he become leader of the opposition if he's going to behave like this? And what is wrong? If Sanjeev Khanna's uncle opposed the emergency, we all oppose the emergency. Everyone, we all even today oppose the thought of the emergency. Right? Shyam Meka, Mrs. Sabharwal and Sanju are joining the debate. Mrs. Sabharwal, why such petty-mindedness by Rahul Gandhi? Shyam, you want to take that?
Yeah. See, Arnab, first point, when you started the debate, you started using boycott. Who said anybody boycotted the event? You are trying
what word would you use for it?
In the minds of the...
What word would you use for it?
How can you say boycott?
I can say anything I want. It's not the emergency. But what word would you use?
That's what you have been doing. Okay?
That's what I will continue to do.
That.
Are you planning to impose the emergency again?
No, we are living under the emergency anyway.
Oh my God.
Okay. See, first of all, where is the boycott? Where is the question of boycott? Why do you want to build a story, a narrative, saying his uncle, his grandmother? अरे भाई साहब, आप तो परिवारवाद का जिम्मा लेके बैठे हैं यहाँ पे.
Why did he avoid the event? Sanju Verma, 1 minute. Hitesh is also on. Directors must take care of the people who are speaking right now. Sanju, please. Sanju is responding. I do not have Sabharwalji's audio yet. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, first and foremost, let me say that, the Congress, especially Rahul Gandhi, boycotting the oath of the swearing-in ceremony of Sanjeev Khanna does not come as a surprise to me at all. Rahul Gandhi is a very petty leader. He lacks grace. He lacks magnanimity. He's now the leader of the opposition. He needs to show some maturity. He still behaves like a juvenile kindergartner. But more importantly, let me tell you, Sanjeev Khanna was trending a couple of months back. After, last year he said that during the Delhi liquor scam judgment, that prima facie, rupees 338 crore of money trail has been established. And the entire cabal of Congress bootlickers, including Aam Aadmi Party Darbaris, said Sanjeev Khanna is a mouthpiece of the BJP. And then when the same Sanjeev Khanna gave interim bail to Arvind Kejriwal a couple of months later, ये सारे के सारे संजीव खन्ना के लिए तालियां बजाने लगे. So basically, as far as Rahul Gandhi goes, his philosophy is my way or the highway. Now your audience needs to know that there were two historic judgments of Sanjeev Khanna, which is what rattled the Congress ecosystem. One, Justice Sanjeev Khanna upheld the abrogation of Article 370. Justice Sanjeev Khanna also has upheld the usage of EVMs and says that paper ballots are not needed. And that is what has caught the attention and got the goat of Congresses. And this is the same Sanjeev Khanna who will now be hearing some very important issues pertaining to the Bihar caste census and also the constitutionality of election commission related appointments. Sanjeev Khanna will also be hearing judgments pertaining to whether there is overreach via the PMLA. तो मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि कांग्रेस इकोसिस्टम को संजीव खन्ना से क्या परहेज है, because Sanjeev Khanna also held that electoral bonds are illegal. Sanjeev Khanna called electoral bonds illegal.
So this is an interesting angle now. This is an interesting angle now. And Hitesh, very interesting. I don't have Ms. Sabharwal's response yet because he's not through. It would be great to have him with us to respond to Sanju Verma. But what she is saying is this. Are you there, Ms. Sabharwal? No. What she's saying is that this is a pressure tactic on the Chief Justice of India. We will not attend your oath taking because we want to put pressure on you.
Arnab, this has been going on in the past. You are aware, I was a part of the lawyers who had addressed a letter regarding this pressure tactics. It is very simple. They have their whole ecosystem. If the verdict is in their favor, then the judges are the savior of constitution. If the verdict is not in their favor, then the constitution has been abused. You have to save the constitution. The democracy is dying. So the script is very clearly written. And that is the script
or is it Hitesh? Or is it Hitesh because in April, just 1 month before the elections, Mr. Sabharwal, Justice Khanna dismissed all the petitions that were questioning the use of EVMs, electronic voting machines, in the Lok Sabha elections. And he said that cross-verification of all votes or reverting to paper ballots is not possible. So, you know, we have a new trend today, Ramesh Sabharwal. You don't like the judgment, you boycott the judge. And then you also hold a grudge against him because his uncle had questioned Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency.
Listen.
And then you also hold the grudge against the institution also. At the same time.
We have not. Kindly allow me to speak, you know. Hello.
Go on.
Kindly allow me to speak.
Go on, Mr. Sabharwal. Go on.
Hello.
Please speak, Mr. Sabharwal.
Can I speak?
You can speak.
Yeah.
Speak.
Now I'm getting your voice. I'm getting the correct. Yeah. My Congress president has given the wishes to the new Chief Justice, and my party has also given the wishes to the new Chief Justice. We have not boycotted, and we will never boycott.
But you
my
have
father
boycotted.
You have boycotted.
You have boycotted today.
No, we never.
Sir, but you have boycotted.
No, not boycotted. Because today was the last day of campaign. Last day of campaign of Priyanka ji.
Sir, what are you saying? A by-election campaigning is more important than the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice. What are you saying, sir?
No. Sir, my uncle was Chief Justice. So many times this has happened that Vajpayee ji has not attended. We should not take it that way. Today was the election day, last day of the campaign. That was
Nobody believes you, sir. His uncle was the chief judge, the judge who opposed Indira Gandhi.
Khadke ji. No, never. Khadke ji has given the best wishes to.
Best wishes? The leader of the opposition is bound to be present at the oath-taking ceremony.
Exactly.
No.
Why does Rahul Gandhi always do this vanishing act? He was invited for the Ram Janmabhoomi Pran Pratishtha celebration. He did a vanishing act. He's been a member of the Defence Committee for the longest time. He's never attended a single Defence Committee
We have full respect
meeting.
for the Chief Justice.
He chose to abandon the oath.
We have full respect for the Chief Justice.
Reason for remaining
Why does
absent.
Rahul
You could have
Gandhi
attended
engage in
and then.
these
Why was he boycotting? Why was he absent? Is it because Justice Sanjeev Khanna upheld the abrogation of Article 370? Is it because Justice Sanjeev Khanna dismissed the EVM petitions, anti-EVM petitions?
No.
Is it because Justice Khanna's uncle opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency?
No, never.
Is it not true?
Never.
That his uncle was the dissenting voice against Indira Gandhi, because of which Indira Gandhi denied him the Chief Justice's position in an act of revenge?
Exactly. And that happened.
And now Indira Gandhi's grandson continues to take revenge and hold a grudge.
1973
and manifest that grudge.
Was superseded and MH Baird was made the Chief Justice.
We have full respect for the Chief Justice.
1973,
we have full respect.
Was made the Chief Justice thanks to Indira Gandhi, who could not tolerate the fact
Why did you boycott the event?
Dissenting voice. Be it H.R. Khanna, who was superseded in 1973, or J.S. Sheila, who was superseded by Justice A.N. Ray in 1977. The Congress family believes that judges are beholden to it. Be it Baharul Islam, be it Ranganath Mishra, be it V.R. Krishna Iyer, be it Justice A.N. Thipse, be it Rajinder Sachar, be it K.S. Hegde. History is replete with examples where judges who are close to the Congress family have gone on to get Rajya Sabha tickets.
You hate an independent judiciary because Rahul Gandhi's grandmother forced the supersession of 3 senior judges of the Supreme Court and appointed A.N. Ray, superseding 3 senior Supreme Court judges.
Yes,
completely attacked the independence of the judiciary. And today, Ramesh Sabharwal and Shyam Mika know that this is the whole idea. In fact, the Supreme Court in 1954 told the Nehru government that you can think of having a whole new Supreme Court if you want your own CJI. Sir, what you've done is wrong. What you've done is wrong. You must apologize for it. To boycott the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice of India is not a minor matter, Mr. Sabharwal.
No, never.
What never? It's happened today and you say never.
Boycotted, please, sir.
Do you remember Justice Kipse?
It was the election last of Wayanad. That was the compulsion.
First election. You can't get away 2 hours from a bipole. Come on, Hitesh Jain.
No.
Talk about Justice Kipse. Talk about RAHUL'S, talk about Ranganath Mishra, talk about V.R. Krishna Iyer, talk about K.S. Hegde, talk about Rajinder Satya, talk about Hasnan Masoodi, talk about F.I. Rebello. These
reply, Mr. Sabharwal, reply, Mr. Mika.
Ecosystem.
Arnav, first point, I clarified it already, and Mr. Sabharwal is also reconfirming, right? So there is no question of a boycott, and nobody boycotted the event. You are trying to build a narrative saying Congress boycotted, Rahul Gandhi thinks by-election is more important. So you are free to do it. You do it day in and day out. I admire at your creativity of raking.
There is no creativity. Was it boycotted or not? Mind your language. Did he boycott or not?
No.
Was he present? Was he absent?
That is your standard.
Did he boycott?
Arnav, you can continue your shouting match. I am not going to play on your pitch.
There is no pitch. You need to play on the Constitution's pitch. Ask Hitesh Jain how seriously this has impacted, how much it's being spoken about in legal circles across the country, Hitesh.
Yeah, because I mean, this was the important swearing-in ceremony. If he would have remained present, he would have shown the respect to Justice Khanna, and he could have obliterated the past legacy by showing a remorse or apologizing to what happened during the emergency. But Rahul Gandhi simply knew that his attending the swearing-in ceremony will raise all the question, and he wanted to show his disdain for the past and his disdain for Justice Khanna now.
You are involving into your dirty politics, the Chief Justice of India.
Dirty politics.
Respect Chief Justice of India.
Dirty politics.
Do you remember a judge called
Dirty politics.
Rahul
and what kind of politics is it to boycott the Chief Justice of India's swearing-in ceremony? What kind of politics is that, Mr. Sabharwal? It's very sad.
What happened?
Okay, next debate, ladies and gentlemen.